Hohenthanner, Schlossbrauerei, Dunkel, Kellerbier.
And remember, life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Bloody hell, what a mouthful that was. Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I've got one here today from Bavaria, Beer Heaven as it is known in this little room, the spare room of nightmares. This is from the Hohenthanner Schlossbrauerei, which are based in a place called, where is it? It's a suburb of Landshut, and do you know what it's called? It's called Hohenthanner. Fucking clues in the name. It's northeast of Bavaria, northeast of Munich. Sorry, fucking hell, get your fucking head right today. And it's the first time I've had a dark Kellerbier. When I picked this up, I just saw it was a Kellerbier, and I thought, right, I'm going to get it because I love Kellerbier. I was drinking Kellerbier last night with a mate on a Zoom call. I was drinking the Hacker-Shaw Kellerbier. Christ, that stuff is really good. That is fantastic stuff. And I saw this in the fridge and I thought, oh, it's a dark Kellerbier. And I was trying to rack my brain to think, have I drank a dark Kellerbier before? And I don't think I have. So this is going to be a first for me. Now, Kellerbier, if you're interested, is a type of beer that it's basically a bottom fermented lager that is unfiltered, it's cloudy. And I always find that it has a very, very subtle sourness to it. You may not get that, but I can just about detect that. And I've got that with the Iinga stuff, I got it with the Hacker-Shaw stuff. So I'm not sure what this is going to be like, because it's being a dark Kellerbier. I imagine they've put roasted malts, or they have put roasted malts in it to give it the dark colour. But it usually will have a slightly sweeter flavour to it. That's what you normally get with dark lager anyway. So I'm hoping that this is going to be very similar. Now this lot go way back to 1864, I think it is, and they've been family owned since then, which is good. And naturally they use all the hops come from the Hallertau region of Bavaria, the largest hop region growing area in the world. And from what I've found about these Bavarian brewers that use Hallertau hops, or hops from the Hallertau region, the hop character in the beers is really good, but you have to understand how serious they take this in Germany. Hop growing has become a science, and they are, in Weihenstephan, they are continually trying to improve hop quality and hop types as well. A big phenomenon that happens on hops during the winter months, you get mildew, which can ruin hops, and they're gradually trying to breed a hop variety that was resilient to mildew. They've made really great strides in it, and they've done some really good work. Haven't quite perfected it yet. I think I should write them an email or something and say, can you fucking forget all this about mildew? Just try and make hops that won't go skunky, because every fucking idiot in this world tries to put their beer in green and clear bottles, and it results in skunky beer. So try and make them resilient to light. I'll never pass up the opportunity to have a rant. I don't know what it is, it must be this lockdown. Anyway, enough about ranting, let's investigate this beer. Right, 500ml bottle. It is 5.7%, and that's a little bit hefty, and it's all in German. And it's basically making a big thing about the Reinheitsgebot. Naturally, it conforms to it. It does look quite decent, and I'm just looking here, it says there the hops are from the Hallertau region. There it is, there's the label. Got this from Beers of Europe, was quite cheap. There it is. And the brewery do the whole range of German beers. They even do an alcohol-free Radler. Who the fuck in their right mind would buy that? Especially an alcohol-free shandy. What is the fucking point? Have some water. Anyway, let's get this open. Let's see what's going on. Right, this is the cap. I got it in my head that this was some sort of Christmas beer because of the cap when I saw it, but it's not. It's just what they've put on the cap. It's nothing to do with Christmas. There you go. They do a Doppelbock, which looks really interesting as well. So I might see if I can get hold of that too. But for now, it's just going to be the dark Kellerbier. As I say, this is the first for me. I've never tried dark Kellerbier before. Or have I? Was the Mernschhoff? No, that was the land beer. Ignore me. Ignore. Right. A lot of carbonation on that. It looks amazing though, doesn't it? What are we getting on the nose? That's nice. Yeah, and as I suspected, there is a lot of sweet caramel malt on that, which may, I'm not saying it will, it may disguise the sourness. Now, in my opinion, that sourness is coming from sulphur of some description. And I am getting a little bit of that on here, to be honest. But there's a lot of caramel malt on the aroma. But there is that, it is, if you can imagine, when I say sulphur, I don't mean the fucking horrible eggy style sulphur, but if you can imagine that slight sourness, that's what I perceive it as, sulphur. I could be wrong. I mean, it could be some strain of yeast that's giving it off, because the water supposedly is spring water that's used in this. But there it is. Looks really nice. Nice. What would that be? A dark chestnut colour. It looks a lot lighter on the camera than it does in real life. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get it down the hatch. Prost. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, that's really good. That is fantastic even. Very sweet caramel malt on that. But the finish, you do get some of the hop character coming through, which is really nice. Now this is a good one. I like this. Just want to show you that cloudiness in there. That is what Kellerbier is all about. Oh, it's really nice. That is really good. Lovely, sweet caramel, and a nice bread finish on it as well. But there was also some of a, I think it's the hop character. It's like almost like a peppery bitterness with that very subtle sulphurous sourness, if you can imagine that. I know that's a bit of a dodgy adjective or a bit of a dodgy phrase to use to describe it, but that's how I'm perceiving it. But altogether, the balance is, I wouldn't say it's out of balance, but there's a lot of sweetness initially, and then on the finish, that's when you get the slight bitterness from the hop character and the sourness. But altogether, it's just superb. I'm drinking this slightly chilled, and I'm getting the full range of flavours in this, and it's absolutely gorgeous. That really is a good one. Now, Kellerbier, I don't know whether dark Kellerbier is a traditional thing. I imagine it is, because lager was originally served this way, and when I say lager, it wasn't called lager, and the reason I'm calling it lager is because it's using bottom fermented yeast and it is lagered for a long time. So technically it is a lager, but it is a dark, unfiltered lager, and that's how beer would have been served years ago. It's not a bock. Well, could it be classed as a bock? No, it couldn't, because the bocks are usually filtered. This isn't filtered, so you are getting some of the yeasty goodness in there. And I must admit, I can't see any floaters, but I do find with Kellerbier you do get a unique twist which comes from the yeast, and that is a slightly sour ester. And as you know, I love sour beers, so it's just making it taste even nicer. Oh, that's really good. It's not really good. That is outstanding. That is a really nice dark Kellerbier. Now, I thought it was going to be good because dark lager, German dark lager, is one of my favourite styles of German beer, along with dark wheat beer. I love the roasted malt. The character of the roasted malt is, in my opinion, is unique in German beer. It's relatively sweet, and it does flavour the beer. It just complements the hops complement it, and for me it is one of them styles of beer where if I have a choice of drinking a Helles or a Dunkel, I'll usually always go for the Dunkel. If I have a choice of a Dunkel Weissbier or a Hefeweißbier, it's always going to be the Dunkel. I just find that caramel malt gives it just a lot more flavour, in my opinion, and you get that lovely sweet caramel. It's unique to Germany. I don't think there's anywhere else, certainly not British beer. When you get British beer, the roasted malt or the caramel malt, it does taste different. May have something to do with the hops, but I do like this style of beer. And for me, this is the only dark Kellerbier I've tasted, but that is amazing. So what is the verdict on Hohenthanner Schlossbrauerei Kellerbier Dunkel? I'm not sure, but I think this could possibly be the only dark Kellerbier I've seen for sale so far. Now, I'm sure there must be other German brewers that do it, but this is the first one that I've become aware of. This was on Beers of Europe, and I remember thinking it was just a normal Kellerbier, and when I got it, it was a dark Kellerbier. I just thought that's going to be even better, and I wasn't disappointed either. This is superb. For me, that is 10 out of 10, and I can heartily recommend this. If you're a fan of Kellerbier or you're a fan of dark beer, you're going to love it, because I think it just takes the flavour of Kellerbier to another level. In fact, I think that's a general rule with German beer. When you try the darker variety, you do get flavours that are at a different level, just simply because of that roasted malt. It just gives it a unique nuttiness, which that has got. I forgot to mention that there is a slight nuttiness on that. I know Inga produce the Altbayerisch Dunkel, which has got that real big nutty character. This is not so big, but it's there, and yeah, it's just outstanding. And for me, that is 10 out of 10 all day long. That is fantastic stuff. I definitely recommend this. I think it was about $2.60 something from Beers of Europe. Really is worth checking out. You know, get yourself on there now. I'm probably going to buy some more of this, because as I said yesterday, I don't know whether you saw it, it might have been in the Old Timer review, that I just got a delivery from Beers of Europe. I ordered some of the Hacker-Shaw Super Fest beer, and it smashed in the box, unfortunately. Beers of Europe were really good. They rang me up the next day and said, you know, we'll refund you straight away. I said, can you not send me out another one? They said, no, it's not viable to send one bottle. And I sort of half understand that, so they refunded me, and I'm going to order some more stuff from them, and I'm probably going to order some more of this, because that's really nice. And when I'm having my Zoom meetings now, because I can't go to the pub, it's actually quite good, because I can order in some beer. I did try some of the Wadworth stuff last night. Fuck me, wait till you see them reviews. They are fantastic, really are good. But for me, on the subject of this stuff, this is brilliant. It's on Beers of Europe. get yourself on there, get some of this. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. And remember, don't drink French beer.